Hi guys, it's Tafu on your screens once again. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Over here I'm a Ghanaian law student in the United States, and I talk to you about how to come here if you want to study in the States, or even I think the tips I help can help if you want to go to Canada or other countries like that. So if you're someone like that, subscribe to my channel, share my channel with your friends who might be interested, and let's get started. The sun is really hot today, so yeah. Anyway, what I would say is I had a comment on my previous video that really stuck out to me, and I want to address it. Someone asked me to go into your personal statements, your diversity statements, your letters of recommendation. So let's get right into it. With your letters of recommendation, what's happening behind me? But anyway, with your letters of recommendation, this is what I would say. Make sure that it's not a generic letter of recommendation, which is, for instance, in the school that I came from, professors have already written the letters of recommendation, and they're in the offices. You go, you pay some money, and then they take it and then they edit and put your name there. No, that's a generic letter of recommendation. You're not going to stand out among the thousands of applicants that are applying for the same spot you're applying for. So if you're still in school, you're lucky. This is what I would tell you to do. Start befriending your professors. Befriend them, get to know them, let them know you on a name-to-name basis, so that when it's time for them to write your letter of recommendation, they can write about you personally, they can talk about you personally, things that are unique about you, they can state in there personally, so that you stand out among the thousands of applicants you'll be competing for spots for. I hope that makes sense. Let's go to the diversity statement. If there's one thing I know America loves, it is diversity. What makes you different? So don't underestimate anything. Any little thing could make you different. For instance, I stated, I wrote about my Christianity. I said that I was the leader of my evangelical team in church. That makes me different from a lot of my classmates. I also stated I was a fancy. I was, what else was I? I was a fancy woman living in Ghana. All of these little things were things that made me different and made my experiences different from the regular person I would be sitting in class with in America. If you have differences, like you did something that has absolutely nothing to do with law, that's perfect. Like if you were a cook, if you were a chef, or if you did something with engineering, just anything that could make you different from the regular classmates that would be in the class. If you did fashion designing, that's amazing. Trust me, you are diverse. They love that sort of thing. So if you have anything, any experience that makes you different, highlight that in your diversity statement. Now let's go to the most important one, which is the personal statement. A lot of people that I mean, from what I've seen on videos and then friends, they like to write about how much they've suffered in life, and all of that is well and good, but let's be clear about one thing. No matter how much you have suffered, there's always someone that has suffered more than you. It's the unfortunate truth, but it's the truth nonetheless. So you could write about how your parents died, and then you went to live somewhere and they sacked you. Yeah, there's someone whose parents died and their adoptive parents also died. It's a hard and it's a cruel world, and it's thousands of people applying. So make sure that your personal statement is powerful. At the end of the day, tie it to why you want to do law. That is the most important thing. I think I have a couple of questions here that I considered when I was writing my personal statement. I can just share them with you. So these are things to consider. You can consider what is special, unique, distinctive, or impressive about you. Is there anything you have accomplished in life that you want to talk about? So I think that's the route that I went with. I spoke about one of my greatest accomplishments and how I struggled to accomplish it, and then I tied that with why I want to do law. So there's that. You can talk about that, or you can talk about something really difficult that you went through and tie it with why you want to do law. Don't just start talking and talk about how life was difficult and then full stop. No, it really doesn't work. There are a lot of people that are going to say that. Don't forget that. You can talk about your area of interest in subfield. So maybe with your accomplishments or with the difficult thing that you went through, how did that encourage you or make you interested in this certain in this field of law that you have suddenly grown interested in? When did this spark start in you? You can talk about that as well. When you became interested in this field, what are your previous studies related to this field? For instance, I did political science, but when I was coming, I wanted to do, I think, health law. Changed my mind now, by the way. political science had nothing to do with health law. I highlighted that and I explained. So if that's the case, why did I start getting interested in health law since I did political science? This is something I explained in my personal statement. How else have I learned about this field? So through reading, seminars, how did I learn about health law? This is something I highlighted. I spoke about the experiences I have, managerial skills, because I had worked, so that also helped. If you haven't worked, don't be scared. It doesn't have to be something professional. I had a friend whose mother was selling at the market, and she spoke about how she went with her mother every day. She was the one keeping her mother's money, arranging the money, helping her mother sell. It was tomatoes on the market. She got entrepreneurial skills from that. She got treasury skills from that, managing money and stuff. And this was something, the way she highlighted it, you would think she was working in a huge company. She was not. It's just how you write about it and how you highlight your duties and the roles that you played. So after that, you can talk about what you have overcome in life, like what I was saying. If your GPA was really low but your LSAT was high, take a minute and explain why your GPA was low. There's something happening in school that caused your GPA to go low. For instance, I had a friend in school who wrote that I think it was in her third year, her mother died. So, and that was getting close to the exam period. So her GPA dropped all the way. She was in the 3.0. She came all the way down to 2.0. And she explained that in her personal statement, and it worked for her. So if there's something wrong with your GPA and then it dropped all the way, take your time and explain that in your personal statement as well. Talk about what you have to offer, like what personal characteristics do you have? Are you perseverant? Are you relentless? I have friends that are relentless and perseverant. We fight a lot. We are very passionate about what we believe in. Talk about what you have to offer, what you are bringing to the table. What are your career goals? Does it end at just law? Like, do you want to just be a lawyer? You want to be a judge, or you want to go on to work for the government and be an advocate for your people? What is the end goal here? Talk about that, because the law school, they want to invite students who will become great one day so that it can raise their profile. Talk about what your end goal is and how much you want to impact society. Explain why you want to study in the United States. Don't forget that. Why do you want to study in the United States? Because I spoke about how most of the law in Ghana was centered around real estate that had to do with land, and then there wasn't a lot of should I say, I don't want to offend or anything, but there wasn't a lot of studies about health law, like as compared to America, for instance. So I said it was important for me to come here and study so that I can come back to my country and then apply what I have studied to my country. And that was beautiful. I spoke about the conditions of our hospitals, how pregnant mothers were dying in the hospitals, and how we weren't really hearing anything in the courts about these cases. I didn't even think these pregnant women who were hurt understood what their rights were enough to even want to go to court. So I explained stuff like this in my personal statement, and then I said I want to come here and study health law and then go back to my country and do what I can do for my people. This helped. So these are the little tips that I have for you. I hope it helps. If you like this video, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video with your friends, and I will see you the next time. Thank you so much, and God bless.